Bob.
Hey, how are you?
How are you? Congratulations on everything. We're proud of you. Congratulations. Great job. You went through a tough situation, and I don't think a very fair situation.
That there was actually a prank call. Comedian John Melendez, also known to fans of Howard Stern as Stuttering John, says he pretended to be Democratic Senator Bob Menendez, and he called the White House and eventually got to speak with President Trump on Air Force One. The comedian, who's a regular on the Stern Show, as I said, says that's President Trump congratulating who he thought was the senator for his corruption charges having been cleared up earlier this year. I'm back with the panel. One of the ways that the Menendez people found out about this, that's the actual senator, is that people in legislative affairs yesterday morning called Menendez's office to follow up on this phone call that President Trump had with Senator Menendez, except it wasn't with Senator Menendez.
Well, so Politico is reporting that they actually, Leg Affairs called Menendez's office before to see, did the senator want to speak to the president? And they're like, no. And then he got put through anyway. So how that happened, I think, is still an open question. But wait, do you know who?
No, well, listen. So shocking, right? Sometimes senators do things and don't tell their staffs, right? I worked for a senator. I assure you, my boss did lots of things that I had no idea, made lots of phone calls,
I'm
right?
quite sure that's true. Arlen Specter was his name.
So listen, this president erring on the side of
Menendez calling Trump, it's like, hey, what's up?
Well, who knows?
No one's saying anything's wrong. But Kirsten, I want you to take a listen because at this point, the comedian, Stuttering John Melendez, pretending to be Democratic Senator Bob Menendez, starts asking the real President Trump who he's going to pick for the Supreme Court.
I'm begging you, are you going to go more moderate or do you think you're going to go more conservative?
Well, I haven't looked. I mean, I have a list of people. I have a big list of people, Bob, and we'll take a look at it. And we're going to make a decision. I'll probably make it over the next couple of weeks.
Because I promise you, you will have my vote. I will help you if you don't go too conservative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, we will talk to you about it.
We'll talk to you about it. And they followed up with a phone call.
Yeah. I mean, it should have been a tip-off that a Democrat was saying, I'm definitely going to vote for your pick, that something was a little off. So, and also just the idea that that's what Bob Menendez sounds like, right? I mean, I don't know. I feel
it is from a plane, so that if you
ever
make a call on Air Force One, it's a little scratchy.
Look, President Trump is not somebody who's been in the business for a long time, and I guess he does watch a lot of cable news, though.
He does.
So you would think.
And he's been on Stern quite a number of times. Quite a number of times. I want to play some other sound for you because the fake Bob Menendez, real Stuttering John Melendez, asks the very real President Trump about family separation. Take a listen.
My constituents are giving me a lot of beef about this immigration thing. I know that you did something really noble, by trying to, get the kids back with their families. But I have to answer to them. What can I tell them that you're going to do moving forward?
Bob, let me just tell you, I want to be able to take care of the situation every bit as much as anybody else at the top level. I'd like to do the larger solution rather than the smaller solution. They're doing them step by step. I think we could do the whole thing. I have a good relationship with the party. You have a good relationship with the party. And I think we could do a real immigration bill.
Now, the real Senator Bob Menendez put out a statement saying he would welcome the opportunity to talk to President Trump, but President Trump has sabotaged any attempt to have a real immigration bill.
Right. I was going to say, I think that Paul Ryan might be a little bit dispute with that comment. But yeah, the striking thing is he's asking good questions. None of the questions and none of the answers were terribly crazy either, other than the fact the way the wind blows seems to change what the president thinks about comprehensive immigration reform or immigration bill.
No, those of us who listen to Stern, I mean, this is not typical of the Melendez, Stuttering John Melendez oeuvre. I mean,
he's pretty competent asking very good questions.
Very senatorial.
Maybe he's trying out for a show on CNN. Who knows? I mean,
But President Trump, I don't think in this call does anything to embarrass himself. He handles himself well, if you grant him the idea that that's, of course, not Senator Bob Menendez.
Except for the fact that I think that there were a lot of red flags that this wasn't him, and it's interesting that he wouldn't have. I mean, and Bob Menendez obviously really cares a lot about immigration reform as well. and I think would probably be a little harder on him if they were talking. But, Trump was putting it out there that he's open to working on immigration reform, which is sort of what it seems like he does when he's talking to somebody. He sort of tells them what they want to hear, but then when it pushes
Somebody going to get fired for this, though?
No. No.
It depends on who it is.
Like, I mean, not like Jared Kushner, like a phone operator or something.
No.
Like,
I mean,
no?
you would know, but that's,
Listen,
that's what I mean.
again.
It depends on whose fault it is. If it's someone
Listen
who can
again.
be fired.
Listen
Right.
again.
Fireable.
You got to be in the situation. Senators, right, have their own cell phones. They act independently.
But with a California area code?
Yeah, but they call the White House frequently.
It could have been a burner.
They don't ring up the White House and ask to be connected to the president.
All right.
It's usually organized by age.
Anyway.
My boss, it happens all the time. All the time.
Melendez 2020, that's what I say.